Okay, so welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Excuse me. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thank you for hitting that following button on Spotify or Apple or even on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. Um, I'm really grateful that you just tuned in, and I get to do this on a uh, 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 3 day a week show. As I show up for each show for consistency, I show up time, of course, and uh, just to be consistent to what I do and make the best out of it, not just for myself, but for the podcast listeners or viewers or watchers or whatever as you prefer to call it. So, anyways, I really appreciate it. I'm here to serve millions of lives every week as I can to improve the quality of your life, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and we're getting started. Here we go. So, for today's pod, solo pod as I call it, um, I wanted to talk about thinking. Uh, why is nobody talk about like thinking? Like, you hear a few people talk about it, but you don't hear anybody ever talk about thinking. And thinking is like one of those important things in your life because it all starts in your mind. It starts in your mind, your body, basically, inside of you. And many people don't talk about thinking, and many people talk about a problem outside of them or what's going on in the world or what's going on in this and that, or what's going on in their, I don't know, business or whatever. And many people have problems. Oh, it's out there. No, it's like it's inside. It's like what's going on is a reflection. What's going on inside of you, it comes out, basically. And thinking is really important for our lives. If you want to have, uh, if you, uh, if you want to have a successful, meaningful life, you're gonna have to take a look at your thinking because everything comes from your thinking. People think it comes from outside your thinking. Well, it does not. It comes from the inside of your thinking, inside of you, basically. And thinking is should be taught in school. It should be taught early before a child goes to school. And many people are never taught about thinking, about our consciousness and our subconscious, and why we should be learning about this and how to like guard our mind, guard it like it's a shield, basically. And many things comes in our mind all the time, and the outside world tries to uh, beg us to, you know, what's bad out there, what you see on TV or social media, whatever. And as I thought about it, I was prepping for this. We need to protect our thinking uh, of all times, like every time, every second as we get a chance, because people around us are trying to convince us that like the world's this or this is happening or this is, you know, you gotta protect this. Oh, like, oh, you gotta get this from this commercial or something. It's like, no, it's like, and the reason, like, why am I bringing it? Because we gotta protect our thinking. This is about thinking, and we gotta protect our thinking basically, because it pretty much how dictates our life. Basically, we let things outside control us, and the TV, other people, commercials try to convince us we gotta get more this, more health pills, or more this, or more all these like pharmaceutical commercials, and it's like we gotta protect our thinking basically. We gotta guard it like a shield, like guard it like it's our life. The truth is, it is our life basically. What goes on in our consciousness accepts that, and all of a sudden it comes in our subconscious by repetition. And we gotta like protect uh we gotta protect our minds, like protect our thinking. And thinking should be taught early in a child's early life. And we should protect our kids from watching the news. We should protect them from some certain things they see on TV should not be seen. Uh, it's like I was thinking about that. It's like we let everything get in our consciousness, and we accept it as facts. But in reality, it's not. It's pretty much a false ideas by the commercials, by the news uh, media companies, the traditional media companies, and they try to convince you that the world is this and it's that, but it's not. And um, I was listening to a podcast, the School of Greatness podcast, whose house I really admire. You should listen to his podcast when you get a chance, maybe after this. And he was talking about his dad. I'm probably gonna paraphrase this, but like his dad never watched excuse me, never let him watch the news or any like drug commercial. And what his dad was doing at the time is protecting him from the negativity. And he was talking about that, I think, several times to people he was talking to. And he was mentioning that, and I was like, yeah, I totally relate to that. Yeah, it's like I don't watch that stuff. It's like he made a good point. And Lewis doesn't watch the news. Like he doesn't like get on like watch the news or turn on these drug commercials try to promote these things. And it's like we got to turn off that nonsense of the world tries to say, get this, get more of that, more danger, or this. It's like, no, it's not. And it's like we got to protect our minds. And it's like we got to protect our thinking. Thinking should be taught in school. And it's not in taught school because they don't know. Because if they did know, I guess they would teach it. I don't know. And thinking it's like one of the highest skills to think, because thinking is our life basically. Because we gotta like protect our mind from things that tries to convince us that how things are or whatever. And we have to like guard our mind about that other people or other things try to convince us what it's not. Because our subconscious doesn't know between its difference. Well, excuse me, doesn't know what's between what's real and what's imagined. And we believe all that nonsense, and we think it's all facts and real. But what it is it's just like you just believe in these negative or positive, where your subconscious believes in by repetition. And like we believe that stuff, and we think that's gonna like we gotta let everything come in our consciousness. What you do is you get emotionally involved with it, with that negative idea, like periods of time, and you don't feel good about yourself. And it's like we gotta protect our thinking more often, not once in a while, all times. And it's like we gotta protect our thinking, and we gotta be selective what kind of things we hear. And I don't want to say limited, like I just want to just selective. I think selective is a better word than limited. Uh, I think like we gotta be selective what kind of things we hear. We would put it in our conscious mind mostly, and we gotta protect our consciousness all the time, not just once in a while, all the time, because at times it's so critical when there's when negativity tries to hit you with all the nonsense, tries to get your consciousness to say, I'm not accepting it, go away. And your consciousness can accept or reject. It's your choice, of course. You can accept or reject what I'm saying to you right now, but that's how the consciousness works. But the subconscious can only accept as you put in it by repetition. And whatever you plant will come back to you. That's how it works. And it's like a garden. whatever you plant in, will grow back. And that's how it works, basically. So, but we gotta like protect our consciousness. We gotta protect our thinking. And it's like we let our kids watch the news. We let our kids like watch these drug commercials, and kids believe that. It's like no, we should just like protect our kids from that. It's like no, it's like I'm totally against of letting our kids watch the news or watching these drug commercials to make us more unhealthy. And it's like we gotta block that. We gotta block it as we best as we can. And it's like we gotta teach our kids, you know, you know, about the things what's important that they should learn. And, you know, is really healthy to learn and grow. And like we gotta protect our consciousness. We gotta guard it like a shield basically. And it's just I think we just have to kind of like be honest and say, is this really real or is this nonsense? If it's nonsense, reject it and just accept, or excuse me, they reject it and they'll go away because it's like um I gotta take a drink of this drink. I'm drinking a Starbucks coffee. It's not the Starbucks ones from the Starbucks, but from the stores, basically from your local grocery stores. Those little glass Starbucks, basically. Yeah. Okay. Now, but anyways, I was saying it's like we gotta like protect our consciousness and our thinking, basically. It's like it's like whatever we focus on, it grows, basically, and it's true. I think it's true for everything, for everybody who's ever, if you agree with that, or I'm sure you heard of that. And it's like whatever you focus on grows, basically, expands, basically. And we gotta like protect our consciousness, and we gotta guard it like it's our life, and it is. And it's like it's like for me personally, uh, I I listen to like inspirational videos. I learn and I watch the same things over and over by healthy repetition, by the things that I want to learn about until I understand and until my consciousness accepts that it will become my part of my reality and of your life or whatever. And I choose what I put in my consciousness, what I choose what I put in my thinking. And I would recommend for anybody who's watching or listening to be wise to what kind of things you put in your consciousness, especially your thinking mind. And if you want to be healthy and help other people, we got to be very mindful what we put in our consciousness. And I would put in healthy inspiration videos, uh, uh, inspiring subjects, topics like the subconscious mind, starting your own dream business, whatever it is. I'm not quite sure what it is for you, but we got to be mindful. Uh, we got to be mindful, like what we put in our consciousness, especially our thinking. And excuse me. And it's like it's like uh it's like we gotta like put the healthy stuff, the inspiration stuff in our mind more often. The more we do that, the more that it will imprint in our subconscious mind. And I think that the more we do it, the more we focus on the healthy stuff that is really important to us, and to get healthier, happier, and grow, to help our mind and our bodies and our lives basically and everything else. And the more we do that, what kind of subject that really fascinates you, that's really good for you. It's really good for the soul, it's good for the mind, and it's good for other people and for yourself. And find a subject or find a career or find something that uh, you will study, and just get a book or and study that thing for quite some time. Don't study just one something that's gonna work. Well, school teaches that, but they don't tell you by repetition. That's the thing, because what school teaches us is to like gather a bunch of information. When you leave school, you get all this knowledge, but doesn't like match with your results. Like it's crazy how that works. It's true, and it's sad, but it's true. And it's like don't just study things just once. Study over and over that subject, the thing you want. If it's a the I don't know the career you want, or the dream you want, or for the health, the body you want, and uh like study that subject like over and over and over and over again so many times until it imprints in your subconscious. It really sticks. And many people don't understand that. They think repetition is a waste of time. All it's like I don't understand. You just do it. It's like no, you really have to like if you want to have a successful, healthy, and happy life, and protect your thinking and make it better, and make it 10 times better, is study something that really uh, fascinates you and helps you. And it'll help you become more of a fascinating, uh, great person. Like a fascinating, like make yourself so much better than what the media tries to convince us about how things are or whatever, which is not. And it's like we got to be mindful what we put in our mind, basically, all the time. And like every second, every time, be very excuse me, I was kind of was I was gonna say um like be very mindful what you put in your consciousness first, always, because the subconscious doesn't know what is real and imagined. And be very mindful with the things you listen to. Be mindful what you hear on a daily basis, and be mindful. And it's like if you're listening to somebody who's screaming on behind a microphone or something, and think that's how you draw audience, when it's not. What you're doing is pushing them away or something like that, because you hear those kind of stuff or you hear those kind of shows, and it's just like it's like turn that off. It's like it doesn't do anything, and it's like it's like or something like that, or whatever it is, that whatever negative information you're hearing, it's like turn it off, like reject it. It's like it's not helping you. And do something that really fascinates. Study a subject over and over. Get a book. Get something that you can just study for quite some time. Like maybe 3 months, a month, 30 days. I don't know. But until it prints in your subconscious, it will change it. And I'm hoping that I'm giving the best, I don't know, strategies or uh, insights or whatever, or the tips. I mean, I'm just telling you my own experience. Um, it's just like I think we gotta be mindful what we put in our consciousness daily, not once in a while, like all times, every day, every second of our lives. And we might as well do something great in our lives, like right now, like what I'm doing right now. And it's like find something that inspires you every day, gets you out of bed in the morning, and seriously, like do those kind of things that really help you to really uh to really help you and help other people. And it's like you know it's like be inspirational, be something, be a leader of your community, be a leader of like this what I'm doing right now, like educate people. And what school tells you to educate is like, oh, you gotta stack a bunch of books and everything else in your consciousness, but it doesn't match your 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 conscious, or excuse me, your subconscious it doesn't matter because school uh, gets all the books and stacks in our conscious, but doesn't accept our subconscious mind. I mean, school doesn't teach us that because they don't know. So uh, it's like it's wild how that works, but it's true. But uh, it's like, but I consider this education. If you're listening to this, and I listen to other education videos as school tries to tell us that's education that we've been going to school and been learning. That's not education. That's gathering information. If you go to your favorite podcaster, your favorite YouTuber, your favorite author, and you study that subject or something and get fascinated, you want to do what they're doing, and they're I don't know, uh, telling you their own personal stories, their own personal uh, experience about things, and they learn from other mentors. That's education. That's real education. What you hear in school is not education. That's gathering information. And what successful people do is they'll tell you by repetition, you have to repeat things over and over and over. You have to kind of like you have to kind of do the same thing over and over, show you the same over and over. Like do it like twice a day, once a day. For me, I study pretty much 3 times a day basically. And I think at times I'm obsessive of fascinating the great subjects that really fascinates me and helps me become a better person and to educate the people who are watching or listening. So it's something to really uh, just to be really just to be aware, of course. And when people are probably hearing me, like, what do you mean by repetition? Well, it's like this, because at times I repeat myself. Maybe people don't like when I repeat myself, but it's like the reason why I do that because it's like to help you or help myself is, of course, to reprogram my subconscious for the good that I'm telling myself and you to get the results you really want. And I'm still studying. It doesn't mean I get all at once, whatever. It takes the effort and discipline to pick a career that you want and study it and go after it. It doesn't really matter what other people around you tell you. Just study the thing and go after it. Find somebody who's has more experience than you, and they'll tell you what I kind of told you similarly uh, of the successful principles of success, whatever that means to you. And it's like you know, it's like get a good book, get a good podcast, find a good something, and get fascinated with that subject that you want to do or whatever that career, and go after it. Study and go after it, and help yourself and help other people around you. Go help somebody like besides yourself, because many of us are so like, oh, I'm stuck. Well, it's like I would say is go help somebody. Like it's like just go help somebody. Just do it because they'll appreciate it after you help them basically, and they will trust me. So like go help somebody. Seriously, that's my mindset of it when I think about it. It's like when I'm hearing a podcast at times, like when somebody's struggling, I think to myself like they should just go help somebody. It's like go help somebody. It's like don't let them just suffer. Like go do something. Help them. You know, help them get out of that prison they've been living for quite some time. So it's like I don't understand why. Maybe they didn't think about it. I don't know. It just I would just say go help them. Like go help person, that person you're talking to or hearing from or whatever that individual. Excuse me, that person. I can't even pronounce that word, but you know what I mean. So it's just I hope I'm being clear uh, what I'm telling you right now on the recording, and I'm hoping that uh, what I'm telling you is clear as can be. I hope you got something out of this. Doesn't mean you're gonna get it once, but listen to this repetition. So just do something that helps you to guard your consciousness, to help you, just to help your mind, help your body, help everything. So that's I would say. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm so grateful that you just tuned in. And I'm here to serve millions lives every week to help you to improve the quality of your life and go from there. So it just shows up consistently for each show as I can, and do what I can. So thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and share this to a friend who needs this. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.